Hey, what's up everybody? Justin here, and as you can tell for these past few weeks, I have been doing walk and talk videos on Monday, and I have been doing video game reviews on Friday. And for most of these reviews so far, they've been for the Sega Saturn, a console that I personally love, most especially for its unique Japanese library. And one such game I wish to review today is Body Special 264, which I bought for like 110 yen at some store in Honatsugi. So if you're into Japanese grabia models who were famous in the latter half of the 90s, you better strap in because I got the game you're looking for.
So instead of traditional puzzle video games like Tetris or Puyo Puyo, what if you want a video game that is actually based on actual puzzles? In that case, you get that with Body Special 264, featuring some of the top gravier models of the 1990s, Akikio Hinagata, Akira Kiuchi, and Senna Matsuda. In this game, you can do regular puzzles featuring these three ladies, or you can do video puzzles. And upon completion, you're treated to a video clip of the model you did a puzzle of. And the video puzzles, what makes those games challenging is you're given a life bar and a time limit. And the higher you go up, the more challenging it gets, and you have a lower time frame to work with, and at times you'll have to rotate the pieces to fit within the puzzle. And if you fit the piece in the wrong place, you will lose a heart on your life bar, but you can get it back up by placing other pieces in the right places. The game is simple, and the learning curve is instant through trial and error. The most challenging part of this game is most likely the versus sections, where let's say it's you against the computer. The computer tends to react more quickly and understands the placements much better. And when I played this section of the game, I lost a lot of... I don't think I ever won once. So you can either do the best of 1, the best of 3, or 5 in this part of the game. The video puzzles are probably my favorite since the individual pieces move along with the video and provide adequate hints on where to place these pieces. As for some of the other puzzle games, they don't really require much of a challenge as the video puzzles, since you're not constrained by a time limit or a life bar, so you can enjoy your own pace with a reward at the end, except the versus parts. But if it's just the regular stuff, you can do that at your own pace, like I said before. At the end of the day, if you manage to find this game for less than 1,000 yen or so, then you got your money's worth. But I say back in the day, this game could have been a good rental, but unfortunately, video game rentals have always been illegal in Japan, funny enough. And if you want something simple with the reward of having videos of gravure models, this might be the game for you. The game may not be the most exciting thing in the world, and will probably piss off non-Japanese social justice warriors due to its content. But it's very much in tune with where Japan was in the mid-90s. Like if you see the J-drama Extremely Inappropriate, or Futeki Setsu ni Mohodo ga Aru, which I think is on Netflix, then you probably get an idea that back in those days on late night television, it had programs that featured topless women. So games of this nature were kind of the norm, and it's easy to get semi-pornographic material off the stands of a local convenience store even to this very day. And going back to these three models, Akiko Hinagata actually had her own separate game for the Sega Saturn itself, Dream Square, which I have seen here and there, but I do not own a copy of it. However, after playing this game, if I do find a copy at a reasonable price, I'll consider getting it. And a couple of years after this game was released, all of these featured models went on to singing and acting. Out of these three, Akiko Hinagata is the most famous since she was actually featured in Crayon Shin-chan around the time this game was released, and she was also in a Kamen Rider movie a little over 10 years ago. I was first exposed to her in a drama called Seiji no Koshin, a controversial 1997 J-drama based on a true story on how a bunch of mentally disabled teenagers in a work program were being abused and exploited. As for Senna Matsuda, she had a lot of popularity in China as well, from what I understood, but retired in 1999 after graduating. And Akira Kiuchi has done some acting here and there, and she was featured in the live-action versions of Bebop High School in the 90s and in Gene a little over 10 years ago. So if you want something uniquely Japanese, Body Special 264 is certainly one such game, but keep in mind, it's not exactly the definitive game that captures why the Japanese Saturn library is highly popular amongst gamers. It's certainly a piece of Japanese pop culture history, but don't expect it to be in anybody's top 10 list. And if you can get this game at a 110 yen bargain bin somewhere, then you're going to get more than your money's worth. And games like these were somewhat common on the Saturn, but in the form of mahjong and as opposed to puzzles. And with some of these games, you get racy pictures of anime girls as opposed to real-life gravure models. So if you want something more realistic and a game much simpler than mahjong, then hey, this is it. Lastly, the best news I can provide is that Japanese comprehension is not necessary in order to enjoy this game, and the menus are more visual as opposed to text, so that helps a lot. And will this be a make or break for you? I say that's on you, and if you love 90s Japanese pop culture like me, you might enjoy this. Anyway, I'll finish this review by saying, Sega Saturn, Shiro!